Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 10 of The Sandman. I think this one's considered the season finale. There are 11 episodes on Netflix, but it is the one that dropped with the original 10. And then episode 11 appeared a couple weeks after that. So I'm considering this one the season finale. On the last episode, the Corinthian saved Jed and Rose from Funland. That's a weird sentence, especially when I tack on at a serial killer convention. Just odd, odd. What an odd existence. But they are with him now. Not necessarily a bad person to be with, because apparently we found out from Gilbert, who is actually Fiddler's Green, that Morpheus or Dream, whichever we like to call him, has to kill Rose because she is a dream vortex, which seems like Corinthian would really want to keep her alive. And we actually saw the dream world breaking with Lita's dream, with her and Hector having a relationship, but then also pregnant. And her getting pregnant in the dream realm, like, Dream also has a claim to her baby. It's a lot of things going on there. But I get how it's Dream's realm, and whatever he makes in the realm, or whatever is made in the realm, is his. Yeah. But I don't like the way that he went about any of it. He could have been a little bit softer, kinder, more sympathetic to Lyta and Hector. They didn't necessarily know what was going on. It's not like Rose knew she was breaking the dream realm. It could have been delivered a little bit nicer, I think, personally. And especially the news that, like, one day he's gonna want her baby. Like, can you just not be a dick for just once? Like, Dream is just he's mean. And I get that he's a god, and for me to expect him to be human and have human emotions and treat people with empathy and sympathy, that is a human response. But I feel like he watched death greet people with empathy and with love and tenderness, and was there for them in their last moments, that he could have kind of done that for Hector. Like, he literally witnessed death being kinder than the person who gives people dreams. Get a fucking clue. So we did hear that before Roderick Burgess had him in the basement, that he was kind of an asshole. He was pretty horrible. After that 100 years in his little globe, he changed a little bit. The fact that he can come to Lucian and apologize, almost. It was an almost apology. It was very much a man apology. Like, he just needed to say, I'm sorry. He was like, oh, you were right and I was wrong. That's not an I'm sorry. A proper apology is I'm sorry, this is what I did wrong, and I will never do it again. He didn't do that. It's not a proper apology. But we do realize that he is different now, that he is willing to admit a mistake, which is growth. I would hope that he would take more from death and just see, like, how beautiful he could treat people. Granted, when you're a god and you have a lot of power, anyone being disobedient or, like, galt, it would be really easy to just go, you're done. But I also think that it is an act of courage to be empathetic. It really is. And he could be a little bit more courageous. Now, because we see the dream realm breaking because of Lita and Hector, and Rose is able to follow Dream back to the dream realm, back to his palace, back to his throne room, and he's kind of shocked. Like, how were you able to follow me? And she's just like, you said that I can create or destroy universes. You better leave my universe the F alone. I liked that moment. I like that moment a lot. It's just giving Dream the middle finger, and I love it. Now, I don't think that he is done with Rose. He learns from Fielder's Green that the Corinthian had Jed and will probably have Rose. And which is kind of good, because now I think Dream can find them through either Rose's dreams or through Jed's dreams. It'd be really cool if he brought Galt back to find Jed. That would be amazing. If he learned a little bit of empathy. He didn't. It's not going to happen. But it would be nice if it did. I just want him to not be such a dick. Is it too much to ask? I want to like him, but I like the serial killer Corinthian more than I like Dream. It's a twisted world. I love it. But now I'm curious as to where we go from here, because if Rose is able to create a universe, I'm not sure she's doing that, or she's able to destroy a universe, will she out of spite do it? Or I don't think Rose is that person. Or will she, like, I don't know, have a heart to heart with the Corinthian and like be like, hey, like maybe you should just go back to giving people nightmares. I do feel like the three that escaped from the dream realm, Galt wanted to be different than what she was designed for originally, and when she wanted to change, Dream didn't like that any. Fielder's Green wanted to know what it was like to be human and discovered that. And the Corinthian probably doesn't want to be a nightmare anymore. And I don't know what his purpose is of like wanting to get out. Maybe it's just he's sick of his purpose. Maybe he wants a different purpose. Maybe he just is like, I want to be the leader of the dream realm. I'm not sure. But I feel like he's the last one where we have to kind of come to a conclusion with his story as to why he's doing the things he's doing. And I'm wondering if we're going to get any more from Desire and Dread. No. Is it Dread? No. Despair. We do need to catch up with Desire and Despair. What are they up to? And I know a lot of stuff is supposed to go into a second season, and I don't know if we're going to get a second season. This is a fantastic show, so I hope that they give it another chance. But I would like to know what is going on there. A lot of people said sometimes a sibling rivalry is just that. It's just a rivalry. If siblings want to destroy realms for humans, for funsies, to get back at their other siblings, that's kind of shitty. So, hopefully that's not the case. I would like a conclusion, or at least a little bit more into that. And I don't know really what to expect for an ending here, other than, I don't know, saving Rose and Jed. Lita having her baby, because definitely her pregnancy had progressed while she was in the dream realm. And is he going to take the baby from her? Is the baby a character in the comic books? Oh, and thank you for people that pointed out that Unity Kincaid did not get pregnant in the dreaming. She was most likely raped while she was in her sleep coma. There I go again, trying to be positive about humanity and always seeing the best in people. It didn't even occur to me that that's what happened. And I've seen Kill Bill, so I should know that people can get pregnant in comas. Anyway, let's move on from that. Hopefully we get a happy ending. An ending that's satisfying, I would take. Like I said, I really like the characters that we have, and I really want to like Dream, and I want something satisfactory to happen with the Corinthian, because again, I like him as a character, and I would like to see him get a befitting end. I don't know what that is. Banishment, maybe. A new role, maybe. Uh, that's all I can really think of. Dream is either going to get rid of him or let him switch jobs, and we saw what happened to Galt, so I'm not very optimistic about that. Okay, guys. The season finale for the Sandman. Let's get into it. And hopefully it's the season finale. If I just said that, if it's not the season finale, I'm gonna feel stupid. Oh.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Who's Morpheus?
Mm.
Teddy, can you give us a minute?
Go eat your chicken fingers.
You'd become the center of the dreaming. He'd be powerless, and I would be free.
I don't know if that's true. Although he's very good at convincing people.
Did you find the boy?
He saw some grown-up things downstairs that he didn't understand, but I explained it to him.
He won't be a problem.
Oh, girl, you better not.
I'm taking Jed. We're going home.
Okay. You can have both keys. If you want, you can let me in.
He's good. He's really good.
Our guest of honor's presence here tonight is proof, at least to me.
I totally forgot he had to give this keynote address.
The Corinthian!
very interested to hear what he has to say.
We are the American dreamers, driving down the holy road of true knowledge that's paved with blood and gold. We don't do it to make a living. We don't do it for revenge. We are entrepreneurs in an expanding field.
So twisted.
I see you for who you truly are. And I want you to see it too. So, just do me a favor. Close your eyes. We are gladiators. Conquerors.
Oh, God.
Explorers. And truth seekers. We are swashbucklers. Soldiers of fortune.
Hey, buddy.
You and these humans you've inspired and created disappoint me.
Can they hear him? Are they all asleep?
Just something else for people to be afraid of. That is all.
So what now?
Yeah, what now?
You send me back into their dreams?
Enough.
What just happened? What did he just stab him with?
I've got Rose Walker getting stronger every second while you get weaker.
Oh, yeah.
She's taking your place at the center of the dreaming. And now they're all dreaming the same dream. A dream that I inspired.
No.
What's already happening? There's nothing you can do.
Oh, wow.
She's asleep and dreaming.
Wow.
Where's Jed?
Jed's fine. He's upstairs, asleep. He's right next to you. This dream is yours now. The dreaming is yours now.
Your world, everything, and everyone will die.
Don't believe him, Rosie.
It's happened before. I failed in my duty. An entire universe was lost.
Whoa.
I'm trying to keep your world alive.
You have to choose one,
Enough.
Miss Rose.
If I'm as powerful as you say I am, then I will find my own way.
Good
In the
for you,
meantime,
girl.
The walls go back up. Thanks to you two, I'm wide awake.
I dig it.
Do you know why I do it? So I can taste what it's like to be human.
That's all they want.
And you don't care about humanity. You only care about yourself and your realm and your rules.
Without my rules, humanity would be consumed.
Or you might actually feel something.
Yeah.
This was my fault, not yours. I had so much hope for you. But I created you poorly then. So I must uncreate you now.
I am only sorry I won't be here to see Rose Walker do the same to you.
Wow. Well, he got his conclusion that I wanted. That's actually a really cool skull.
And you, who call yourselves collectors, for this is my judgment upon you, that you shall know from this moment on exactly how craven and monstrous you are, that you shall feel the pain of those you have slaughtered.
Hello, 911. I'm calling to confess to a crime.
Wow.
And you shall carry that pain and grief and guilt
Okay, I like this
with
part of
you
Dream.
until the end of time.
Poor Jed. How much does that kid have to go through? Okay, not that much of a dick anymore.
Tonight when she sleeps, I will find her. and we will end this.
Okay, I take it back. Still a dick, depending on what he's gonna do.
Is Mom still sick? Or...
Oh God.
I'm sorry, Jetty. She passed away a few months ago. You
This
have to
poor
know,
kid.
she never stopped trying to get you back.
So it's just you and me now?
Unity.
No. We have a great grandmother who can't wait to meet you.
Please tell me that happens.
I'm at the hospital.
What?
The baby's coming. I'm in labor.
And Barbie and Ken and Tyler, we're taking good care of her, Rose.
It's exciting, I guess. Till Dream takes the baby.
Is that a real spider?
It used to be. We have a vast collection of arachnid taxidermy.
The doctor's with her now.
Oh, that nurse told you that?
Yeah, she's really nice.
He had to flirt with her, though.
Yeah, she looks really nice. Is there anyone we should call? Lyda's family?
Or the baby's daddy, whoever it is. You don't have to tell us. Oh, yes, he.
Oh, Hal.
I woke you up. I'm sorry.
Oh, Rose. The one thing I do not need more of in my life is sleep. Did you find Jed?
If something were to happen to me, would Jed be able to come live with you?
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
I often wonder what my life would have been like had I not slept through it.
I bet.
Would I have had a family? And what must that be like? Once you and Jed get here, I won't have to wonder anymore.
You really are amazing. Do you know that?
It runs in the family.
Please let this happen.
Zelda has a reassuring moral homily concerning God and difficult times, and a variable number of footprints in the sand. She told it to me once, and it cheered me up remarkably.
What does that look like?
If you have the power to destroy the world, then you have the power to destroy him.
I don't want to destroy
Yeah.
him. I don't want any of this.
When you go to sleep tonight, you have to find him and end this.
Well, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Sleep and start bringing the walls down between people's dreams.
And you have the power to destroy him. You're the vortex.
Oh, Rose. I'm so worried for her. Aww. I don't get tired of Hal's dreams at all, except when he pulls his face off.
In the heart of Lincolnshire, the little boy who jumped out as soon as it had stopped.
Martin Tinbones.
Barbara.
Ken? What are you doing at the place of Lost Carnadine?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Oh my god.
it's just a fantasy. It's okay.
This is not what it looks like.
Cheating in your dreams is not cheating. Oh, an actual vortex.
Why are you doing that?
No, not Hal, not Hal, not Hal. Not Jed!
They're asleep in their bed, but they're not safe. No one is. Not until the vortex is dead.
There's gotta be a different way. Is she in the dreaming?
May I help you? We have every book ever written, as well as those yet unwritten.
I'm looking for the story of my life.
You're Unity Kincaid. Rose Walker is your great-granddaughter.
Yes.
What is Lucian gonna do?
Wait! Sir!
Gilbert?
I left my post here to experience life as a human being. A life which I humbly offer in exchange for yours.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Then what's the point of a vortex?
Yeah.
Why do we even exist?
Exactly.
I cannot find it in my heart to punish you for leaving Fiddler's Green. But it is time you took up your appointed position once more.
I was not a person, I was a place. And if you stay in the dreaming, visit me. Walk in my meadows and my green glades. Rest beneath my trees.
I love Gilbert.
It was a privilege being human with you.
I love that.
Whatever it takes to save my brother and my friends. I'm ready.
I love Rose.
My lord, stop! Unity?
I was meant to be the vortex of this age. But because you were imprisoned and locked out of the dreaming, that fate was handed down to my descendants.
I don't understand.
You're not very bright, are you?
Oh, Ruby.
I am the vortex now, Dream King. So leave my great-granddaughter alone.
You died so that Rose might live. Wait, the father of your child had golden eyes.
I've never seen anything like them.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. There's a smile on his face. Oh.
I thought about naming him after Hector, but there's only one Hector for me.
Oh.
You ever notice how people only ever use your name when you're in trouble?
That's not mostly true.
So as long as you don't have a name, you can't get in any trouble.
It's one at a time.
What? Oh, come
Oh.
on, babe. Babe, it was just a dream.
You can't get mad at people for cheating in their dreams.
How far is that from New York?
Less than an hour. Why?
I don't know. I had this dream last night, and now I'm thinking, what if I sell the house and move back?
He should. You go, Hal.
We'll buy the house.
Oh. Oh, wow. His palace is amazing. Oh, he's gonna go talk to Desire.
But of course, you know you're always welcome in my chambers.
They are fabulous.
We exist only because they know deep in their hearts that we exist. We do not manipulate them. And you will do well to remember that. Mess with me or mine again and I shall forget you are family. Do you believe yourself strong enough to stand against me? Against death? No. Remember that next time you're inspired to interfere in my affairs.
Next time, I'll drop blood.
I believe them. God, I didn't say anything through that whole moment. That was something. Whew.
Something lovely, actually. A new book appeared in the library this morning, written by Rose Walker. You may take issue with the depiction of the king in the story, but I loved it.
Come eat. Dinner's here.
Oh. I love that. I love that so much.
Lucienne, You not wish to say hello?
You look gorgeous, Galt.
She really does. They really do. I don't know.
What made you change your mind about me, sir?
I had no right returning here after over a century expecting everything to be just as I'd left it. But now I'm listening. Or trying to.
Growth. I'm so happy for them.
Would you mind taking care of things while I work?
With pleasure, sir.
Look at him evolving in the last episode of the season. Oh. Okay, we're back in hell.
Then I will be brief, Your Majesty.
Oh, God.
Azazel.
I come at the bidding of the assembled lords of hell.
You've stopped fighting each other long enough to assemble.
Since none of us may leave hell, we may as well expand its borders until hell is all there is.
Okay.
Good day, Your Majesty.
Azazel is, something.
What are you going to do?
Something that will make God absolutely livid. And bring Morpheus to his knees.
I don't know what that means. Oh, God. Really? Oh, man. One thing I can say about this show is I have no idea the direction in which it's ever going to head. I'm kind of happy about Corinthians, and there was a conclusion. It wasn't just left hanging out there. And I like that Dream actually says that there shouldn't be a new Corinthian. I don't know what that's going to entail for the dreaming. But I'm very happy about Galt. Dream learned a lesson. He learned a lesson in humanity. That makes me so happy. I think Fiddler's Green definitely, kind of explaining that, he just wanted to know what it was like to be human and how important it is to be human, and that they are servants of humans, that we can manipulate them. And he even says so to Desire, which the idea that Desire is Rose's great-grandfather. Not only does it skeeve me out because of how it had to have gone down, how it had to have happened, I don't like that they were giddy about it. Because it had nothing to do with what they did. It had everything to do with just sticking it to Dream, making Dream's life hard. Really? Really? I do love that Unity. When she's in the dreaming and she's looking for her book of what would happen to her if she hadn't fallen into the sleep, I was like, how was she able to do this? How many people have access to the dream world? And it's interesting that I thought to myself, if Unity could get pregnant in the dreaming, then wasn't she a vortex, or wasn't her baby a vortex? And I wasn't that far off, even though her baby wasn't conceived in the dreaming. It was conceived in the real world in a very horrible way. I was kind of right that she's a vortex. Patting myself on the back for that one. That was an accidental find on my part. No way I would have guessed that. But as much as I think that Dream is a dick and that he's not that great of a guy, he has found a way to show appreciation to Lucian and to allow the nightmares to have new roles or different roles. And that Fiddler's Green, it's not necessarily that he didn't want to be Fiddler's Green anymore. He just wondered what it was like to be human. And he got to be human. and Galt wanted to know what it was like to not just be a nightmare and to like give people, good dreams. And I think now I don't know what Galt really is. I don't know what their dream is that they do now, if it's good dreams, bad dreams, any type of dream, fantasies. I think that it's exciting to know that Galt has a new purpose. Now with Corinthian, it's not that he wanted to make a new Corinthian. I think because he even said that like Corinthian was his masterpiece, and that he had like like all these wonderful things planned for him, and how the Corinthian just kind of like ruined it by ruining like the waking world, and making people kind of thrive off of death. Well, not even death, killing. It wasn't even about death for them. It was the thrill of the kill. And I think he just says like, when he says like, I'll do better next time, I think he really means it. Like he wants the same Corinthian, the same thing that he thought of all that those years ago, and wants to just make it better. I don't know, he kind of was talking about a nightmare like in a very loving way. It's very interesting to me. Now, do I still think the dream's a dick? Yes. Do I think that he's a better person now? Yeah. Yeah, he's evolved a little bit. I don't know what he's gonna do about desire or despair, even though despair wasn't there. But desire seemed very giddy about the thing that he had done and what he had caused, and the problems that he had created for Dream. And it's kind of icky in a sense that like he's just like, well, next time I'll draw blood. And it's like, how many times are you going to try to go after your brother? Like, how many times? And now we have Lucifer to worry about, which I'd rather worry about Lucifer than I would the rest of the Endless. Like, just get along. Like, you guys are all like important. No one's more important than the other. Let me tell you, desire is very important. And it goes hand in hand with dreams. Just ask Ken, who was getting into a lot of trouble with Barbie. I think we've all been there where we've dreamt about our significant other cheating on us, and then we're just like mad at them, but like we know that we shouldn't be, but we are. Oh, goodness. Now, with Hell and Azazel, which I think was a very interesting visual. I wasn't upset about it. I did get Venom vibes a little bit watching that. Yeah, he definitely he definitely struck me as evil. Yep. Definitely a Lord of Hell. Yep, I agree. But I don't know what Lucifer is planning on doing to upset God. Now he says expanding the walls of hell or the realm or the size of hell, eventually everything will be hell. I mean, obviously that doesn't happen, but the attempt is going to be interesting. And I'm still curious about Nada. Is he ever going to forgive her for whatever she did? I don't know what she did, but I would imagine it's not good. And also Lita's baby, we didn't get a name for him. Like, what happens to the baby? Is Dream just going to let that happen and just be like, well, child of the Endless, child of the Dreaming, I guess you're just going to live and be human? Which actually, I think if he had a son that was part human and part dreaming, that might give him a little bit more empathy and sympathy for humans. Interesting. Now I'm really upset that Rose and Jed are not going to go home to be with Unity and not live as a family with their great grandmother. Jed has all this loss around him. He's just gone from one nightmare to another. But now, I mean, him being with his sister, he when she woke up and she started rubbing his shoulder after Unity gave her life, and he was smiling, that made me happy. I don't know how many times that little boy has had the opportunity to smile while he's been dreaming. Probably not a lot. In fact, he hasn't had much of an opportunity to smile in life either. Now, the serial killers turning themselves in or having to deal with who they are and what they've done, you know, good. I mean, that's like the one time where I was like really proud of Dream. Just like, you guys get to see and live this experience. Now, is it their fault, or, was Corinthian responsible for that? I don't know. But they did it anyways. And, I mean, turning yourself in or ridding yourself of your existence, having a hard time dealing with the things that you've done. I feel like serial killers lack empathy, and making them have even an ounce of empathy to feel maybe the things that they've done and what it's done to their victims and their victims' families. Okay. I still hold that the Corinthian was my favorite character of the entire show. And while I like Dream, I hate Dream at the same time. Smug. He's very smug. I love Lucien. I love Matthew, which I really thought I was going to be annoyed about Matthew having Patton Oswalt's voice, and I kind of forgot after I said that. No big deal. I enjoyed Rose. I saw a comment that somebody's like, I can't believe you actually like Rose. I'm like, there's nothing really to hate about her, other than maybe somebody had expectations of what Rose would be, and that's what they were expecting, and I didn't have an expectation, so I enjoyed her thoroughly. I just now thought of Corinthian being a skull, and I switched out my my necklace that I normally wear, and I switched it out for a little skull. I don't know if you guys can see that. He's got a little moving jaw. He does not have teeth in his eyes, but it's like really funny that I kind of have like a little Corinthian. That's weird. It's really weird that I decided to do that today. And it's just for Halloween. I mean, my pentagram, which is totally a symbol of protection, not a sign of the devil, you weirdos. But the fact that I changed it out for a skull today, small world. I love it. And actually, I think this episode is going to air after Halloween on YouTube, so happy Halloween. I will be reacting to the 11th episode, which I believe is 2 short stories, as I saw the little synopsis that was on the Netflix thing, because I don't know if it's related to this necessarily, or if it's like parts of the dreaming. I think that would be great. But it does look like it's an hour long, so I don't think I need to do a 2-parter on that. I think it would just be one. Me and Xander will figure that out. But if you want the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon, as well as full-length episodes for currently The Expanse and a lot of the movies, a lot of horror movies in the month of October, but also John Wick, Top Gun Maverick, Deadpool 2. A lot of different stuff is on there. A lot of Star Wars and MCU content, of course. But other than that, guys, make sure that you're liking, you're subscribing, you're getting notifications. One, so you get the next episode, but whatever I seem to start next, you will be notified. And I appreciate you. Okay, guys. I'll see ya.